All right, here we go. There's our game audio capture. There's our game audio capture. I'm going to mute myself. We are running on display capture day because of this. I need the font to be much bigger. All right. God, I need that to be easier to read. Settings. God, that's hard to read. It is what it is. All right. Now, chat, I'm back. Well, look, Monoscope. First time chat. Welcome. Mandalay is amazing. Yes, it is an incredible ship. All right, did we scan anything in this system yet? I don't think we did. Let's go ahead and get up to Super Cruise. Love how fast and cold it runs. Yeah, it is amazing. All right, we got 15 bodies. So that's where the clusters are. Get that out of the way. That makes you our gas giant. Another rocky body. And another rocky body. 72 layers is actually what mine is engineered to, which is perfectly adequate for most things. When you start pushing it higher, you start getting into sacrificing things that let your ship function when you get where you're going. Got another gas giant. Bunch of rocky bodies. We're going to be in this system for a little while. Come on, catch up. Rocky body. Yeah, damn near this whole system needs to be scanned. Alright, where are we? FLY. Gonna restart ED Observatory. It's not reading, right? D57. Alright, so there is actually nothing in this system. Easy to co-pilot and SRV survey. Do you recommend? So I'm doing a community goal. So I'm looking for specific things. I'm looking for HMCs, high metal content, and rocky bodies. And I've tried co-pilot and I don't like it. Southwest Carper on YouTube. I've lost a bug for easy since playing No Man's Sky in its latest state. This ship flight in No Man's Sky is just too poorly done for me to be able to play that game. I cannot stand the way ships in No Man's Sky handle. So I've tried to get into it 4 or 5 times, and just the way that ship flight works in that game is a complete and total deal breaker for me. Let's speed this process up a little bit. Looks like we got several out here. This will be easy. Surface scanner's up. So to go back to part of Lukmano's question, when I'm doing just exploring for myself, I'll generally take the HMCs, the Metal Riches, Earthlikes, and that. For me, it's mainly what they're doing. See, I get that, but I admire what they've done with turning the Man's Sky around, but I cannot get past the ship handling. It literally destroys every other aspect of the game for me. Like, I want to see the cool shit, like the cool animals and the cool plants and stuff, but I don't want to have to put up with the ship flight to get there. So that just, it absolutely destroys the whole game for me, which is kind of sad. Down just a little bit more. Thank you. All right. What, a 2 probe? This will need 1 then. Nope. Surprise. I'll take it. All right. Like, normally I wouldn't necessarily bother with these Rocky Worlds. But because that's what they want for the community goal, we're scanning them. I just realized I forgot to turn my minions on, although they're not going to be real helpful today, so perhaps we leave the minions off around that gravity well. Plus, I need to update the minions. They've got like 5 updates pending. Anyway, so you got to stop a little bit so you can fire off your probes. Getting a engineered surface scanner helps immensely with your time. I'm looking up right now. Oh god, engineering. The bane of everybody's existence at a certain point in Elite Dangerous. Kaylee Norton Green, welcome. This is my first CG to HMC or Rocky Bodies give the same amount of contributions, or is one better than the other? As far as the community goes, I cannot answer that question because I have not turned in yet and I haven't seen. However, if they follow the normal game logic, HMCs should pay better than Rocky Bodies. So, just taking a look at the system that I'm in right now, the HMCs are going to be worth about $155,000 a piece. HMCs would be worth about $155,000 a piece. The Rocky Bodies aren't even listing because I have them filtered out of my tool. If they follow any sort of normal logic, the HMC should give you more. But you're also looking at, you want to get your surface scans in to maximize your profit. Probes 1 and 2, but I would really just scan everything you can come across, because likely what is going to happen with this community goal is it's going to sit a little bit stagnant, and then you're going to start seeing it jump up massively because people are going to come back and, like I'm going to do, and dump a whole crap load of exploration data all at once. So I'll just make sure you get some scans in and get in there. Planetary scanning is no longer the way to make money in exploration. No wonder we had so many. We've got a gas giant here with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 moons. And all 8 of them are Rocky Worlds. So we're going to be in this little system over here for a minute, y'all. I'm going to climb up above the elliptic for the solar system so I can get a look down at these things, and that makes navigation a little easier. There we go. Alright, so you're tilted. We'll come over to the right. Ninety contributions and it put you in the top 25%. Yeah, that won't last long. Not with this. I won't turn in until probably the day or two before it's done, and I'm 3,000 light years from home, so... Alright. Let's start there and work our way out. Actually, I'm curious about something. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright. So a lot of people forget this is here. When you're exploring systems with a lot of plants, this is actually a really useful tool. Because what it'll do is it'll show you the, there we go. It'll show you the actual little system. This is showing you how the solar system's actually laid out in space, not the grid that we have in normal view. So this could be really useful if you've got a bunch of planets to scan and you want to figure out the best way to attack them. I don't see enough people use this view, because it gives you a much better representation of where things are relative to each other in space. So it can make figuring out how to attack something like this that's in front of me a whole hell of a lot easier before you get closed in on it and you start to lose your orientation. They just kind of slipped that view in an update one time and never really said too much about it. Like they commented on the stream and that was about it. So we're gonna stop right about here because we want to go to that next planet. Nice view of the planet there. 2 probes. Have 1 and have 2. And we are done so. Half a heart, 23 months with Prime. Thank you, sir. No matter how much I fight with it, the Prime notification does not want to use the sound it's supposed to, which is really, really annoying. Yeah, Aura Review is fantastic. Let's see, and I've done what I've gotten in on the planetary plane where I didn't mean to. So, we'll get them all. It's just a matter of... I know there's one to my right here now. I get less disoriented doing this in VR than I do trying to do it in normal space, but VR is not a lot of fun to stream, so... Usually left with a severe migraine if I try to stream VR. Thought what game died like 2 to 3 years ago, half? Exoborn half? What are you off on about? This I have not heard. That's a. I'm going to stick with the oral map view for right now since I know which one I'm on in its list, but if I'd got myself turned around that first planet. What is Exoborn? That sounds familiar, but I can't bring it to mind. Probably thinking of a different game. You've certainly got me confused. I mean, at least DM me a trailer or something. The other thing is, I could be a little sloppy. That's why I recommend getting the engineered surface carriers, because I know that 2 probes is going to finish the planet that size no matter what, and most rocky bodies are going to be around that size. So just flip 2 probes in there and drive by. I am looking for some exobiology to finish my elite rank in it, but so far we've not come across any hits. And the evaluator plugin for ED Observatory freaking hates this because I'm scanning things that aren't worth anything according to it. All right. Over halfway there. That's a fun feeling. Just get your surface scan when you're not even looking at the planet. Kind of like the elite version of cool guys not looking at explosions. Interesting that with this many planets, there was not a single biosign hit. Ooh, twin moons. I don't know why I even did that. I'm way too trigger happy with SCS sometimes. So, you should be the last one. Oh no, this is interesting. This is definitely odd. They're just kind of trapped here. Like two bodies that were orbiting each other that got sucked in by this gas giant's gravitational pull is what this looks like. I'm not going to complain. We're killing two birds with one stone right here. I'm barely going to have to move to scan the other planet. Why is my select target not working? It's fine. I had 4 planets for the CG like that last night. It's interesting when you get these little anomalies. Weirdest orbit ever. I'm sure I've seen weirder, but struggling to bring it to mind right now. Things get really weird towards the center of the galaxy. So you're the last one for this system. I do like all these low mass planets. The quicker I can fire off probes, the better. Alright. Should be coming into range right about now. And I'll actually wait for these to impact before I hop into the galaxy map. All right. "38 jumps, that's probably enough for today."
Welcome back, Commander. All systems ready to go.
Crewman Vasco?
Aye, Commander.
Is he actually picking up? I can't tell.
Commander.
Yeah, he is. Okay. Okay. Where was the elliptic? HMC right off the bat. Another HMC. Another HMC. Yet another HMC. All right, then. And a rocky body. That's what that adjusts. Oh, that's okay. We're going to change that. Right. Okay. Cool. Where's this last body? Whatever it even is. Okay. Where are you? You're not behind the star. I know that. I mean, I'll find it through sheer just scanning the system, so it's not a big deal. Alright, let's look at bio insights real quick. Any hits? No. Well, the easiest way to work with this, because literally everything is scannable, is just start from D592 and just work our way down the line. So HMC is probably not going to have any life, so I don't see any good hits for this system except for 9. Seven probes. You're a big boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll say we'll hit 6, and that should leave us one more if we messed up. You didn't go as far around the back as I thought you would. Talon, 7. Thank you.
You are most welcome.
Oh, thank you as well, Vasco. The ship interior thing's been bugging me for a while. Just because, mainly, FDev doesn't have a lot of incentive to actually do it. Yeah, let's... There we go. Jesus, that's bright. No, it doesn't. I think the closest we'll ever get to ship interiors is what I talked about at the end of that video. Kind of the same way they handle fleet carriers and space stations. Like, it won't be the full ship. Hey, Mystic, how are you? Doing good, I hope. And I didn't say it in that video, but as somebody who plays Star Citizen and Elite, there are times in Star Citizen where I'm like, please, God, could I just go straight to the cockpit of the ship? Like, especially if we're using Looney's, you guys know Lunar Politics that streams with me. If we're using his Polaris in Star Citizen, it's like a 4-minute walk from one end of that thing to the other. I don't appreciate that. Ooh, favorite cakes. Yummy cake. What kind of cakes are you nomming on today, Mystic? Give us more to doing basic making America. Well, I don't think that's something we'll have to worry about. As I kind of said in that video, like, Frontier is very deliberate about if they're going to add gameplay, or add something, it's going to have gameplay mechanics. They are really big on that. Oh, Battenberg cakes. Yeah, you showed us those. Those look delicious. Now, wait a minute here. Okay. No biologics. Oh, I know you would, Mystic. Alright, we did 2 already. This is 1. 4. Not in the middle of nowhere, my FC exploring person and expansion will center on I hope so. By the way, Talon, you could probably jump home and make yourself a fat stack of credits off the community goal that's rolling right now if you've been out exploring. I would presume that you probably haven't been actually mapping rocky worlds, because I never do if I'm just exploring. But HMCs and stuff that you might have mapped. Money for this community goal. I've been working on my colony system now that the Panther Clipper Mark II is around, because it has just made life exponentially easier when I can haul 1,300 tons of cargo at a time. But don't forget, guys, we get a new mining ship here in a couple weeks. An actual purpose-built, bespoke mining ship with some very interesting features. So that's the 23rd. I'll have a review up of it shortly after it launches. We'll probably spend that day of on stream testing the ship. That's normally what I do. And then you guys will see all the same footage chopped up into a review, because that's what else I do. How long has that taken to happen? Which, Mystic? The colony, the new mining ship, or... There we go. I'm starting to get my groove back with... the new ship. Oh, they announced it a month ago, so that's they generally give us about a month before they put a new ship in for ARCs. It'll be a few more months before people can buy it with in-game credits, but as I generally point out when people rage against the whole selling ships early for ARCs, while I don't necessarily agree with it, the game needs money to run. And if that's how they choose to raise money, there are way worse models, and they charge way less than some other space games I could think of. Star Citizen. But I am looking forward to that mining ship. Shifting your fleet carrier where star systems are close to each other. You're 2,000 light years from the bubble, then you are not doing bad. Now, when you say close to each other, are you talking like just a little bit closer, or are you headed for galactic core territory where they are literally right on top of each other? I thought about bringing my fleet carrier out here, but I only came 3,000 light years, and my Mandalay covers that distance in the same amount of time that it would take my fleet carrier to. So it's kind of neither here nor there to me. And I just like to fly sometimes, so. Now, other ships I get bringing the fleet carrier, but, I mean, the Mandalay is a beast, so. Like, I'm kind of wondering if they may have made a mistake when they designed the Mandalay. I don't know that they meant for this ship to be quite this beast mode for exploration. Like, I think they meant for it to be badass, but I think it may be overtuned for what they were originally going for, and they can't draw it back now. It's a bright star, my friends. Oh, also, while I'm thinking about it, commanders that are not part of a squadron, if you want to hook up with a newbie-friendly squadron, my squadron, the Flying Giga Monkeys, is open for application.
Affirmative.
I didn't ask you to do anything, Vasco. $7,000 tons of tritium on board, saving up for the squadron holidays trip to Colonia. Ooh. I have said I'll take my fleet carrier to Colonia once and back just to say I've done it, but I don't look forward to that. Okay, BioInsights plugins being awfully pestery about Planet 9-3. So there may be something there. I'm going to finish what we're doing here, and then we'll come back to that. I don't know why it's being so pestery about that planet. Okay. Anarchy, high metal content world. The last system is all Rockies. This system's all high metal. I mean, it's perfect. It's what I want for this goal, but... Okay. Well, nothing of any note on that planet. Here we go. So we'll be able to kill two birds with one stone here. So we got that Rocky right next to this one. Ah, that makes sense. Good old engineers. I think with maybe one exception, I have all the engineers I'm interested in. You bastard. Unlocked. Because I have no desire to do on-foot engineering, because I have no desire to do on-foot anything. So... Really, did that not catch anything? One of those probes must have gone further around the backside of the planet than I thought it did. Trying to remember what engineer it is. I do have to. I need a better relationship with one of them. Is what it is. Oh, I know. Just as far as the on-foot issue, if I enjoyed on-foot gameplay, I'd deal with them, but I don't. If FDev had just designed better gunplay, I would be a lot less anti on-foot gameplay than I am. But they didn't. Like, I don't expect Call of Duty, but I also don't want Turok 64, which is what Odyssey shooting feels like to me. Is it a high metal with rings? I will admit that I think one thing that also really didn't help was we played a lot of the Odyssey beta, and to this day, the group of us that did that, we have a really bad taste in our mouth about a lot of things Odyssey related. I refuse to ride in the interplanetary shuttles unless I'm forced to. NPCs on foot equals stupid. Dude, have you ever dealt with Star Citizen NPCs? Like, Elite's NPCs are genius material compared to Star Citizen. Actually, I'll say it depends on Star Citizen. Your average server has NPCs that make elites look like geniuses. Now, if you get a Star Citizen server that's running at a high frame rate, you're fucked. Oh, dude, I ran across a group of 4 Star Citizen NPCs the other day at a mission. They all saw me, none of them moved, and I just swept my assault rifle across them at head level, and that was all she wrote. There we go. You are lying. plug-in. Lying. An agency with rings. I haven't seen one of these in a while. Awfully long ways away. Legitimately straight across the solar system. Okay. Oh, Mystic, I checked on, I was looking through some stuff the other day on Steam. I noticed that my buddy, Mike, that man's up to 11,000 hours in Final Fantasy XIV right now. Is it time to play an intervention? Well, yeah, probably for the best, Alan. Eventually, Star Citizen has the possibility to be something great. I will say, when it works, ain't nothing like it. This one might go into the rings. See if we can sneak it in there. Close to him on time. Okay, so you're going to say no to the intervention because that would mean we'd have to schedule one for you too. Gotcha. I see how this is going to go. We're just going to go ahead and fly around the planet. That's the easiest way to do this. He's a pretty serious raid guy, Mystic, so... I'm honestly trying to remember the last time I saw a high metal content world with rings. Oh, there you go. Right in the butt. If planets had butts. Alright. We are still harping on D5-93, so let's go see what the hell is apparently so important about this planet that the Exobiology plugin won't let it go, because I didn't pick up any life signs when we scanned it. Unless I was just being blind. And the only reason I care about Exobiology right now, guys, is because you can't see me pointing at the screen. Why am I doing that? Look at the Exobiology rank right there. We're a sliver off of Elite. You'd think I would learn by now that y'all can't actually see me pointing at the screen. We do not know how much Rackham is paying for all this data. I can check it and see if there's been an update. We apparently haven't reached tier 1 yet. And also, I just thought about what you're also asking, and It just says significantly increases value of the data if your detailed surface scans are the first to discover. Yeah. I mean, I got all my exo rank in one trip, except I was just that little bit off. Like, according to Inara, and I know it's not always exact, but it's generally fairly close. I'm at 95% of what I need for a geneticist, which is not going to be too much money. The vast majority of my fortune as a commander has come from old school exploring and exobiology. A little bit of Thargoid murdering, and then a whole lot of other conventional murder. Even though I'm not elite in combat, but that fucking grind to elite is ridiculous in combat. I've considered making like a marathon stream out of it where I just sit in a CZ and just grind, but I think even you guys would start losing your minds. This planet not mapped? Did we miss one? Yeah, no biologics. Okay. Next system en route. Next system en route.
Your next destination.
Huh, that did not work. That keybind is flubbed. Engage FSD.
Engaging now.
I'm going to do some work tonight and just fully fix all the little niggling problems that are happening with voice tech.
Entry guidance computations complete. Frameshift now engaged.
$35 from Link. It is a grind. It's because of the way they chose to set that one up. Because that one is not set up based on how much money you earn.
I'm continuously monitoring all systems, ensuring every parameter is precise. Readiness is maintained at all times. Steadfast in the void.
And you get diminishing returns the higher you are in rank. Nicey body. Nicey body. That's just a straight snowball. One HMC. 2 HMC. weapons view too. 2301. Let's slow us down a little bit. So,
Hello, welcome to Crossword for
Julian Dragon just subscribed on YouTube. Thank you. So the reason, if anybody is ever wondering, what the issue is with why am I not getting to elite rank, it's the way that they did it. So, unlike other systems in the game, you get XP for killing ships. Right? So it's not how much money you're making. So the problem is you get experience points for killing ships that are rated higher than you, a certain threshold, as it were. Problem is, as you progress, you get almost nothing for ships that are a lower rank than you. So when you get to the last rank, you basically are only earning meaningful XP for killing ships that are a higher rank than you, which is the elite ships. Which is why it seems like your progress just slams into a brick wall and stops. Because essentially it does. So really, in essence, you see somebody that's got an elite combat rank, it doesn't mean they're a really good pilot. It means they're a genocidal monster that has murdered millions upon millions of other pilots. It's essentially what it means. But hey, who am I to judge? Alright, we are done with this system. Not too bad for HMCs and Rockies today, but damn, I haven't seen a single sign of exobiology.
Jumping to light speed.
Well, that's disappointing. Engage FSD.
Jumping.
I'm honestly surprised that hasn't happened more.
Jumping to next system.
Now that I say that, it's just going to keep happening for another 3 or 4 systems. That's fine. Why am I being movianed?
Interstellar travel mode engaging now.
No. Even worse, it's just the star. Damn it. And on to the next one.
Leaving system. Hyperspace.
I'm very confused at the side chat I have going right now, guys. So a friend of the channel, Movian, apparently got an invite to a closed beta for something. He said Riot's beat 'em up. And I said beat 'em up as in Streets of Rage, and he said Street Fighter Guilty Gear. Those are fighting games. Right, but Street Fighter has always been a fighting game. I'm so confused. What type of game are they making? Alright, that menu needs to go away. I mean... I don't think it's an American term thing, Movian. I think you don't know what a fighting game is. Okay. Oh! It's a Marvel. It's a Marvel vs. Capcom clone. Alright. There's no point in doing a lot in this system since it's already been mapped. What was the one that had life? Oh, green bacterium. That was on 312. So we're going to grab that and then get out of here. All right. Alright, so let's get our scan in and see what's down here. Six probes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so there's bacterium pretty much everywhere on this planet. And
Confirming stable trajectory. Keep your throttle steady.
Yes, ma'am.
Gravity well engagement at maximum. Maintaining steady vector. Intelligent thrusters. Initiating.
Power balanced. Balance power.
Redistributing.
Landing gear.
The landing gear is down and locked.
Ray-Ban's alive!
The engines are off.
Sorry.
Why now of all times, Vasco? Why? There'll be a copyright strike on the YouTube VOD. Oh, good. Exobiology is showing properly on the stream. Absolutely one of my favorite Elite plugins of all time right here.
Powering down. Drive deactivated.
One sec, guys. Perfect. And that is cool. Yeah. It's 1 point something million. Easy enough. And we can get out of this system. Landing gear.
Gear up.
What is the command for this? Clear atmosphere? Clear gravity well? There's a command for what I want to do, and I cannot remember it.
Dynamite! Oh, quite dreadfully sorry. Dynamite, staring me in the face the whole time. A D-Y-N.
For those of you that don't know, he's doing a crossword puzzle.
Increasing velocity.
Engage FSD.
Frameshift now engaged. Jumping to next system. Hyperspace jump engaging.
All right, next system. On to the next.
Jumping. Hyperspace jump.
All right, what do we got here? Oh, good. We got some stuff in this system. Okay. Ah, okay. There it is. There we go. I found the command I was looking for. I am a happy camper now. Now then, back to Elite Dangers. Alright, we've got 7 bodies here. And looks like we're typically in the IC body range, so I don't expect much out of this system. Not even a hit for Exobiology, which would be nice, but... 6, and here's the last 2. Nope. Pretty mundane system.
Why, I must apologize. It's
Jump.
just... well, I spent hours trying to figure
Faster than light velocity reached.
Early and orange. Infuriating! Ridiculous clue as well. Who'd have thought? It's marmalade, you see. Marmalade!
Starting to think Vasquez going insane, y'all. All right. Okay. So we just had that one with a neon atmosphere. That's a rocky ice world. This one may have something on it as well. All right, that's a complete sweep of the solar plane. There you are. All right, we got 2 things to look at, as well as one other planet to scan. So 01 is one we need to look. I want the one that I don't need from orbit. Rocky ice world. That's 2. 3 is rocky ice. Right, so we start with 3 and we work in. So I'm going after lower hanging fruit than I normally would on Exobiology, but I don't need that much money to get my last rank, so I'm kind of just taking what I can get. Right, you've got a biological. Where you at? We want the light side of the moon. It'll make life easier.
Maintain shallow descent angle.
Yeah! Oh, rubbish. I must have made an error. There's no such word. Sorry. Carry on.
Re-entry procedures initiated. Stabilizers active.
Okay. Landing gear?
Lowering landing gear.
Alright, game, come on. It's been a while since I've looked for one of these, so I could well have flown over like 20 of them by now, and y'all are just raging at me. Whoops. I honestly haven't seen one. And considering what this is not what we're primarily out here for, I'm not inclined to waste a massive amount of time on it. Landing gear.
Retracting landing modules.
Launch to orbit. Launch to orbit. I really don't want to take that command, Tony.
Oh, and what's this one, I wonder? You should try this one, too. 8 across, starts with M, and the clue, late at night, approaching the morrow. Wait. It's midnight! I'm sorry, but I did say that just before you.
Engaging cruise.
Okay, we know this is rocky icy. Two, three, 4, and 5. Well, those may be a little too far back. I might have to pop another one. No, I think we got it. Okay. Let's see what this planet holds for us, chat. Got going too fast there, and that's my own damn fault. This should have biological signs, at least one. Yep, bacterium. Kind of concentrated for bacterium.
Initializing orbital rendezvous procedures. Entry guidance computations complete.
All right. Down we go.
Intelligent thrusters engaged.
Prep for landing.
Come on! Shape up! Loading gear. Damn and blast it! Oh, why, I'm dreadfully sorry. Did I make you jump?
I'm about to turn him off for the day. He's really going crazy. Bridgie, what's up, Beaches? We working on today? We're working on the community goal. And I'm just looking for the last few bits of exobiology stuff to tip me over to elite rank. So, you know, I'm scanning HMCs and rocky bodies. Yeah, very much considering turning off Vasco for the day. Commander Mike TV, 07. There's one, I think.
Drives disengaging.
A little bit of a flop on the landing there. Alright, so we got to clear 500 meters for our next sample. Now we know what they look like. There we go.
Engines offline.
Being stubborn there for a minute. I miss when this was an actual mini game. And we got to clear 500 more meters for our next sample. Alright, Talon. Good to see you, man. Good luck. Let me know how you do on the CG yourself, since you're out in the black with the fleet carrier. Yeah, I figured B equaled bed. Sleep deprived typo. How do you know where to look when finding bio signals? That's a multi-part question, Paul. So are you asking about, like, how I know where I'm looking on the planet? Whoop. Or how to find them in general? Or, I mean, I can answer all the parts of the questions. I just...
Drives disengaging.
What in particular? There you are. This one was particularly harder to find in the sun just because it blends in so well. But we're done. That was the first footfall. And we're done with this system. Landing gear.
Landing gear raised.
Power to engines.
Confirmed.
Afterburners.
Boosting now.
Engage FSD.
Engaging drive.
This is some familiar. I'm not sure how you find the spots on the planet. Okay. So, let me get back up into orbit here.
I'm continuously monitoring all systems, ensuring every parameter is precise. Readiness is maintained at all times. Steadfast in the void.
Alright, so was it 3 or 2? It was 3. Let's head back over to planet 3 because I did not actually locate the bacterium there. I decided I wasn't going to waste a whole bunch of time on it. So planet 3 I've already scanned, so you just do your surface scan. Just detailed surface scanner, make sure you complete 100% blah blah blah. And then once we get into orbit here, I'll show you. Voice commands has a chance to train it. Still have to say commands over and over multiple times. How did you get? I've trained this upwards of 50 times, and microphone quality also helps. Alright, so let's switch to surface scan mode. So if you pop into the surface scanner, now there's only one thing here on the filter. So if we had multiple biologics, then we could switch. You see the heat map there. Heat map. It's not really a heat map. It's just showing you where they are on the planet. So what I do is typically I'll figure out where the light side of the planet is to make my life a little easier. And then if we look in analysis mode in the cockpit, you can see where the bacteria are on the planet. And just fly down to those. In my case, it's blue. For you guys in a normal HUD, I think it's orange. I can't remember the normal HUD colors anymore. You fly down to, pardon me, get yourself into the target area where the biologics are actually located. And then it's just a matter of finding them the old-fashioned way by looking with your naked eyeballs. Night vision can make it easier for some of them. But really, once you get down to the planet surface and out of super screws, you lose this overlay, and then you have to do it the old-fashioned way. Engage FSD.
Engaging cruise.
And that's it for this system.
Interstellar travel mode engaging now.
Alright, let's see what's in this next system. But going back to the voice attack thing, it's literally just... I've run the training on it a billion times because... Well, not a billion, but... I've run it, upwards of 50 times because I, want it to work right on stream. Alright, let's pop away from the star a little bit. And done. Alright, we got a gas giant. Yes, you do need a different suit to scan biologics. You need the Artemis suit. Because it comes with the genetic scanner. The other thing that can make your life easier is, and you're seeing the pop-ups right now, is I'm using Elite Observatory with the Bio Insights and also Evaluator plugins. And those will notify me about potentially expensive or valuable planets to scan, as well as show me where there might be exobiology signals on a planet. Those are two fantastic plugins. Is that everything that's right there? Okay. We got a gas giant and an icy body left. So that's the gas giant. There's the icy. Alright, so we didn't get a lot out of this system. What, 1 HMC? High metal? No, 2. So 1 and 2 are high metal. Yeah, the suit that you need is the Artemis suit. And you'll see right here it comes with a genetic sampler. So no potential life signs in this system. So this will just be about scanning these HMCs and getting on out of here. Need to check on the CG, see if it's actually broken into territory where you can see how much we're going to get paid. Alright, favorite part of the genetic sampler are the potato skins. Potato skins is a new one on me. What is that? Yeah, standard HMC right there. Six probes, huh? Sampler player joke. Oh, I get it. Okay. I wasn't thinking about food, so kind of threw me for a second there. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm a little too close to this one, so let's pop one back there. I don't particularly care about the efficiency bonus. First dad joke of this system. Not the efficiency bonus anyways. All right. I'll let you cruise for a second. Psst. Does Nara have an update on this one? Let's see the rewards. Progress is still at tier 0 of 5. Is that right? That doesn't seem right. Alright, just a good old-fashioned high metal content with nothing else on it, according to Observatory. It generally is trustworthy. I just believe in looking at as many sources as I can when I'm trying to figure something out. $20, $30. Oh yeah, we got this one. Here we go.
Leaving system.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Commander.
So let's see what we get here in the next one. All right. So, right off the bat, for the CG that we need to handle it, you need to sell the data at Curie Gateway. The general rule with community goals is you always need to drop off whatever it is, cargo, combat bonds, at the station that you signed up for. Otherwise, it won't count it. That's part of the reason, actually, this one probably hasn't moved much, because I'm not going to be turning in data for quite a while. We may have a bacterium in this one on planet 5 here. Alright, let's have a look and see what all we need to scan here, because I wasn't paying that great of attention. Rocky Ice World, Rocky Ice World, Rocky Ice World, Ice World, Ice World, Ice World. Alright, so we need to scan 1, 2, 3, and... so the first 3. It's 1-5 that's got the potential life sign. Not a great life sign, it's bacterium again. But I don't need much to tip me over to Elite, so I'm not exactly thinking we're going to find, like, 92 million credit Exobiology signs out here. Or even really some of the other good stuff. Thank God for SEO. This used to be such a pain in the ass to do this kind of thing. So 5 was just an ice world, I believe. I wish this wasn't a 2-week CG. I'm very curious to know what they've got up their sleeves. And they've started this in a timeline that makes me think they're going to do something to coincide with the new ship release, too. Alright, that should do this one. Thank God for that engineered surface scanner. We're gonna overfly. Not too badly, though. And out of range, out of range, out of range. Shouldn't be too much longer. That is one shiny cue ball of a planet right there. Boom. There we go. That is all the rocky ice worlds. Now, we wanted to have a look at planet 1-5. Low gravity, low mass. Alright, if it's got life signs. So here we go. We'll get to do the whole finding stuff process from scratch. So I know from using Bio Insights that there's probably something here. Normally you would just have to scan the planet and you'd be, oh, there's a bio pop-up when I'm done with the surface scanning. The reason I like Bio Insights is because when I do a full spectrum scan of the system, it tells me what's likely on each planet. And in cases where you're really going for high value stuff, you could choose which planets to ignore. If you're, say, in that kind of target-rich kind of environment. Let's say slow down already. There we go. So 6 probes. 2, 3, 4. There's our standard bracket of the planet. Should be good. Yeah. So there we are, bacterium. So we know that they're down there. Pretty good spread on them, too. They are all over the place. Oh, good. This gives us a chance to dispel something. So a lot of people will say this is a heat map. It is not a heat map. The lighter areas down there are just where the geometry is poking through the filter. it is not an indication of how concentrated they are. And FDev themselves have confirmed it.
Flight parameters within tolerance. Continue orbital insertion. Trajectory confirmed. Systems locked for glide insertion.
Down we go.
Intelligent thrusters initiating done.
Okay. Well, this is going to be fun. Prep for landing.
Redistributing. Gear is down and locked.
All right. All right, bacteria, what do you look like on this planet? Thought that was one for a second. Hey, hello. Man, I honestly hate looking for bacteria. Wish it was anything but. We got real lucky on our first one. Yeah, I'm doing. I'm real close to elite rank in Exobiology, so I figured as long as I was doing this particular community goal, if I found any biosignals, I would go ahead and pick them up. It's not going to help with the community goal. It's just for my personal progression because I'm 95% of the way to elite in Exobiology, and it irritates me that it's that close but not elite. I also don't particularly have a massive amount of patience for it with bacteria, so that's only worth $1 million. I'm not going to bother with it anymore. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Gear coming up.
Power to engines.
Done.
Afterburners.
Punching it now.
yes, align with trajectory. There we go. Oh, there's Barnard's Loop off in the distance. This will be our last system for the day. Coming up.
Hyperspace jump.
All right. Let's see what we got. Man, I wish you guys could see my dog right now. He is passed out. 23. This is absolutely going to be our last system for the day. This is going to take a minute. Okay. Oh, there we go. There's something. A lot of something's up here. Okay. That might be all that's out there. Ooh, we have double gas giants right here? Wow, this system is all in one cluster right here. I may have... Space with ammonia base life. Alright. Heard for the CG, there are certain types of stars that are more likely to have only... We have ice planets, so the idea is to filter them out. So you're less likely to get them. Oh, I know what people are doing there. It's the same way that I found a bunch of stuff for exobiology. Yes! There is a way that you can filter out... wow, this system had jack shit in it. We'll take one more. There is a way to filter almost anything you want. The route plotter, not in-game, the website, will let you... That's spanch.co.uk is the one I'm referring to. Will let you plot so that you can...
Making the jump to light speed.
Basically find, like, I once used it to look for certain temperature planets with a certain type of atmosphere and a certain gravity within a certain megacube type near the galactic core so that I could maximize my exobiology. So yeah, you can do it. You just have to know how to use the tool, which is a little complicated sometimes. Because they're going to be filtering out a certain type of star with a certain temperature, I'm fairly certain. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I'm not doing it. For this one, I just wanted to go out and do it the old-fashioned way. And honestly, if a bunch of people are using that method, I'm less likely to run across them and lose first discovery bonuses. Although we are really getting some icy planets here, but... Ooh. Ooh. There's some money in one of these planets, hopefully. I hadn't seen that pop up in a while. Ooh. This system is being nice to us. That Waterworld's actually the thing I'm least excited about. One 6A. 6. I need to look at the log for this. Yeah, okay. Don't you screw me, game. All right, let's see what we get. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Come to Dimebot. Oh, sweet credits. Yes, we're on the bacterium. All right. And that's Lepida on the Fonticula. All right, that's easy.
Orbital navigation system online. Orbital navigation system online.
Okay, we've been through that already. There's our drop.
Descent guidance engaged.
You okay, buddy? Ooh, that's shiny. Landing gear.
Landing gear deployed. Drive deactivated.
First footfall. Excellent.
I'm continuously monitoring all systems, ensuring every parameter is precise. Readiness is maintained at all times. Steadfast in the void. The engines are powered down.
Okay. One, three.
Engines
All
offline.
right, last sample. Did I not park facing the sample? There it is. That park's further away than I thought. Boom. And that right there is 42 million credits. Let's see if we can find the other one before we wrap up, because it's worth 15 million.
Increasing velocity.
So this whole planet's going to be worth 55, 60 mil.
Preparing now.
Now, I don't remember exactly what we're looking for with this biosign, so...
Frame shift drive stable. Readying for glide transition. Intelligent thrusters engaged.
Alright, hopefully this won't be too hard to find. Wisconsin Bad. Is Terry Tour event still going on? I think you can still complete the steps. Not 100% sure. I mean, this community goal is directly related to it, so I'm not sure if the initial preliminary steps are working or not. Laying the gear.
Deploying gear. The engines are off.
Right. I can already see a couple other fields of them, so... Did the steps to the end, but missing the professor's text. Did you get the paint jobs?
Shields offline.
Whoops, that was a Star Citizen button press right there. There we go.
Powering down.
I mean, if you got the paint jobs, that would indicate that you actually finished it. Or the 40 million credits. Alright.
Engines offline.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Commander.
Like, that's the Mandalay skin that you got for it right there, actually. Alright, this planet's been given to us. That's a cool 55 million credits. Let's get back up into orbit. Landing gear.
Landing module retracted.
Power to engines.
Working.
Afterburners.
Maximum thrust.
Shut that down. Territory. Inconclusive looking around on whether or not it's inconclusive. Looking at Reddit and all kinds of things, and people are not sure, so I don't know myself, unfortunately. Frontier's not always real clear on when they're cutting those things off. Did we still not reach a tier with this community goal? We have not. There.
Increasing velocity.
Balance power.
Reconfiguring.
But that's it for me today, guys. We'll be back tomorrow for more Elite. If you guys do have questions or need help with Elite, want to help out, or want to try to find somebody to play with, I highly recommend joining our Discord. We've got a fair number of Elite players. And also, we are taking applications for the Squadron. You can find us at the Flying Gigamonkeys. So, and yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow for more of the community goal. Host 7 Commanders, fly safe. Have a great day.